NorthIowaToday.com here with Max Weaver at City Hall. We're going to let Max tell us about the possibility of bringing some adult-style business, at least allowing those types of businesses to have a chance to operate in downtown Mason City. So go ahead, Max, and elaborate on the council situation and the ordinances and all that.
All right, Matt. You know what, Matt? I really appreciate this. This is part of responsible journalism from NorthIowaToday.com. I'm very thankful we have the alternative internet newspaper in our community. That's where I want to start with this little interview too, is that I'm very disappointed in John Skipper and the Globe Gazette's coverage of the article. You know what, I haven't really been involved with John Skipper when he's ever written what I call an accurate article when it involves me. I don't know what the man's problem is or what his trouble is, but I don't like what he does, and this thing that he's put out there, and I understand the AP's picked it up and gone with it. You know, it isn't about massage parlors. It's not about strip joints that we've had in the past. It's not about magazine places or video shops or deteriorating downtown. No, what I'm simply doing is stealing a page from our past that was a lively past, a fun past, a very business-friendly past, and it made Mason City what it's all about. Really, the word diversity fits in right here. And what happened is that my family and I took a vacation for 4 days, and we went to Duluth up on Canal Street in the area there where the drawbridge is at. A lot of people go there. And we had a great time. And you know what? I was there for 3 days and didn't even recognize this or know it, but right across the street from where we were staying. And these are high-test places. You know, the Weaver family can't afford to go to Disneyland, Disney World, or take those big Mexico trips. We just do it in our little region right here. Those are high-dollar places there, and there's 1,000 rooms up there within 150 feet of a gentleman's club right on Canal Street. And you know what? I never once saw a doorman or a bouncer or a hooker or a prostitute or any of those things. And finally, the last day I was there, I found out what was there, what was going on, because there was a teachers' convention at the same place we were at. And at happy hour in the hotel, they were all going to go over to this Saratoga Club, which, by the way, www.saratogaclub.com. And you wouldn't even know it that existed. So I thought, you know what? If this many people, and the hotels support it, and there's a lot of kids there, all these hotels got pools, and it's kid-friendly, and it's a big tourist place.
So you're saying Duluth has found a way to integrate these types of businesses in a harmonious way in their downtown. They seem to be thriving.
All I can tell you is in that spot in Duluth, it's working, and it's working successfully, and you would never know it. And it's part of the fabric of that tourist area. And you know what we're doing in Mason City here? The shame of the whole thing is the taxpayers of Mason City are help funding over a full. And I'm just thinking, you know what, we need to bring some diversity back. That's why I'm taking a page out of the thing. What led us to do this is that staff reworked our 23 zoning districts, I believe it was, and now we're on this zoning district of adult uses and where it fits into our zoning plan. And I simply said, well, while we're redoing this, restructuring it, and putting things 500 to 1,000 feet from this, from that, actually takes it out of the picture. And I just pulled one little section of it out, adult cabarets, a gentleman's club. And I felt that if we ship this back to staff and look at it, the elected officials would have time to hear from the citizens and come back with this, well, what can we do? Can we put restrictions on it? Can we say, look, you need to guarantee this, that there'll be a minimum drink charge, that there'll be a dress code, that that it's going to be blend in with the facade in the community.
Would staff be able to look at what Duluth has in their ordinances and take a page out of that, and perhaps learn some lessons from that?
That's pretty much how I left it, and I'm going to have a discussion with staff as soon as the staff has been gone since the council meeting. I've been in touch with them. I just haven't got any feedback. I want to get my 2 cents in and say, look, let's make this thing work. Let's find out what we can do legally. I don't want to break anybody's constitutional rights, but if we can make a higher-end, classy joint downtown that nobody really knows what it is and it doesn't impact families when they're down visiting too, so be it. I think it warrants it. I think it would create that synergy. We help create it, and let's be honest here, Matt. You hear a lot of rhetoric from the council members, what we're doing. We got a couple council members that all they talk about is infrastructure. We got maybe one that talks nothing about jobs. And quite frankly, the leadership that I'm going to provide envelops all of it. I understand that we're going to need jobs. We're going to need good infrastructure. We're going to need a place to recreate. We're going to need a vibrant downtown, just as we're going to need other areas of the community vibrant too. So it's multitasking is what this leader is trying to provide. We're not always going to make everybody happy. And I don't think that should be our goal. Not everybody's going to be happy, but on the other hand, we don't want to live in a bubble either. So I just think we need to look at this thing. It's part of the package, just as our softball diamonds for softball tournaments, just as we want to create a good golf course, just as we want to have swimming and campgrounds, all those things. Well, there's recreation that takes place after 5 o'clock too at night. And this is part of it. It doesn't have to be evil, it doesn't have to be dark. You don't have to even go in it if you don't want to. And so I think we should look at that, and if there's a way we can pull that off and bring a classy joint here like there are hundreds of them around the country that work just fine. I don't think, no one is supportive of prostitution or drug dealing and those issues.
Right.
Matter of fact, I want to tell you this. The things that, there was more police officers this summer at the band festival and the weekend down there during the entertainment. There was more police on Friday night at the barbecue bash where some of the leaders of that program were intoxicated. I've seen them intoxicated before. You know, I mean, who are we kidding? It's different strokes for different folks, and that's what I'm all about, and I think it's all part of that. So I would hope that we just look at this, give it a fair chance. The way John Skipper and the Globe Gazette are writing it, putting it out there, and I'm sure they'll editorialize about it, saying that no, this is evil, we can't have this. You know what? Let's be honest with ourselves. If we're going to compete, we need a wide variety.
It's not like the city is putting this business up themselves. They're only writing ordinances that will allow a private person to come in and start the business. It's not like Max Weaver or some other city official is going to say, hey, I'm opening a strip joint tomorrow. It's just opening it up for inclusion, and there's a chance someone could do this.
Matt, you know what? You hit the nail on the head. This is actually a partnership between the city, their leaders and staff, and the entrepreneur that would want to do something like this. They want to run a great place. They want to have a safe place. They don't want to have trouble, and neither do we. And I think we can find that common ground, and it'll just be another thing in our war chest to create those things, jobs, fun, recreate, and a happening place. So that's my overall goal here is, if people are upset about it and want to kill it without having any discussion, that is not the community I want to live in.
Well, thank you, Max. We appreciate your time, and NorthIowaToday.com will be chatting with you more again in the future.
I appreciate the opportunity, Matt. Thank you.
Thank you.